In the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Love. Dancing to his left. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Out of the gun, Love. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Luck now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Love. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10, Luck again. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. To the air again, Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Luck throwing again. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. What a spin. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Luck now on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. On first down, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off of play action, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check 51, check 51. Check 51, check 51. Go.
On second down, Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Geis, they'll try to run it. It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis as they have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Luck on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the 50, it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodgers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Throw complete there. Rodgers. Well, they've already allowed three sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Third and long, it's Luck. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
14.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
14, run it.
Play action. Now Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The four-time Pro Bowler, Cam Chancellor. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. So with fourth down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Buying time to his left. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Green flexing his muscle.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, it's low. This is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get it.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will tie us at 24. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Bryant has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing now, Wilson on a first down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Zebra. Mark that. 14.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Tressway now. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first down, it's long. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, here's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out into the Redskins' head if they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes. Capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go play action here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Back now at FedEx Field. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
12.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
12, 11.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off of play action. Luck. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Clock throwing again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, easy. 11. Go ahead.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second and 10, Luck again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Zach Brown able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
11. Hey, easy. Rip. Rip your neck. To your right. Monday.
Desperation time for luck on 4th down. And he's got his man, Hilton. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll fake it. Now Love fighting to stay upright. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
12.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, 14. Gun. 19. 15.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 12. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cam Chancellor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. On 1st down, this is Geis. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll run with Geis. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.